DURAMAX. Hi everybody, welcome back. This is the last episode of this particular 2018 GMC Sierra 3500 dually. In the previous episodes, I have diagnosed and replaced the number 4 fuel injector for a misfire. I also replaced the intake air temperature pressure sensor. Say that 5 times fast. Now I need to go ahead and move this over to a safe area of the parking lot because I have to initiate a diesel particulate filter regeneration procedure. This thing was locked out of its speed capabilities, and it was reduced down to, I think, 55 miles per hour due to the misfire. Because of that, it was not able to regenerate its exhaust filter, and I am going to perform that procedure now. It's going to be loud, and it's going to be violent, and it's going to sound like a turbine engine, and it's going to make a lot of noise, and it's probably going to scare some people in the building there because they've never seen a regen on one of these DURAMAXs before. So stay tuned. This is going to be a very good video. If you missed the other video in this series and would like to go back in time and watch them, just check in the links down in the video description below, and it will take you to the other videos about this truck. Sorry, I didn't forget what I was saying. I was making sure I didn't run anything over. Okay, we have not reached operating temperature just yet, so we're just going to go on standby and let this thing hang out right here and idle for a while until operating temp is reached. And once that occurs, I will be able to initiate the regen procedure. So I'll go ahead and idle this up and just hold high idle for a little while until we get some coolant temp activity, and then we're good to go. While that's happening, I'm going to attempt to program the IQAs. It stands for injector quantity adjustment for the fuel injector that I just installed. So let's see if my scan tool will program those, or if I have to make a call for the injector people. So we're dealing with injector number 4. That's the old ID. And oh, it's gonna let me do it. Excellent. Okay, I hope you guys can see. We've got 0828040D. We've got 0828040D, 1700 0 alpha 10, 1700 0 alpha 10. Then we've got FC06 0A, FC06 0A 13. Okay, that's the old ID confirmed. I took a photograph of the old injector. Now we need to do the new injector. So, and we're gonna go 11210 alpha 05 FF 07 07 F9 0003 01 F8. Enter. Do you want to reprogram the new ID? So we're going to shut this down. Key on, engine off. Yes, program the new ID now. Program installed. IQA and new program ID failed. No, bull. Let's try it again. Engine off. One more time. Okay, I stopped recording because I'm on my like 6th attempt. It's not working out. So yes, I want to reprogram. I confirm old ID, new ID, begin programming now. You son of yeah. One more time, let's do it. Okay, 7th time is a charm. What I'm gonna do is push the yes button instead of the bar, and it's going to program you. Okay, I accidentally deleted the old ID. I don't know how I did that, but I did, so let us try to program the new one again. And fail. Continue. Program. One more time. I'm just gonna keep doing this till it takes it. I think I figured it out. So I enter the ID, hit enter here, then when it asks to program, hit yes. and then it fails. We're gonna go all the way to the end again. This is like my 9th attempt. Yes, program. New program ID successful. All right, I got it, finally. What a pain. Yeah, there it is. Success, I win, finally. Okay, let's power down, let the ECM reset. Seriously, that took like 8 or 9 attempts. Anyway, starting the engine. Feels good. Let us check on the trouble codes we may or may not have set. And we'll let it warm up. And then do the regen procedure. Because that's what this video is about. Codes menu. It's probably going to tell me that it did not have a injector quantity adjustment programmed. Yeah, injector 4 calibration incorrect, blah blah blah. Okay, so we're gonna just clear that guy out. Clear codes, please. Codes cleared successfully. Light is off. Shutting down. Restarting. No check engine light, which means it is accepting the calibration. Okay, let's let her warm up. I'll hold it high idle. Continuing. I believe we're in functional tests where we need to be. Reductant system, warning bay test, no. Power balance, no. No. Oh, DPF, I was looking right at it. DPF Service Regeneration, that's what we want. Caution, tailpipe outlet exhaust temp will be greater than 572 degrees Fahrenheit during DPF service regen. That's pretty hot. Park the vehicle outdoors and keep people and other vehicles and combustible materials far away during DPF regen. Do not leave vehicle unattended. Do not connect any shop exhaust hoses to vehicle's tailpipe. Copy that. So we need to do a set the parking brake, chalk the wheels, make sure it's safe, etc. Check coolant level. We did all that. Yep. Do not leave vehicle unattended. It could burn to the ground. Start engine. Place trans and park in neutral. Could take 20 minutes for test to complete. Let's continue. And let's do it. Here we go. It's idling up all by itself. What this thing is going to do is it's going to run the engine up, I think, to about 2,000 RPMs. Then it's going to use what they call a hydrocarbon injector, which is basically just an injector that injects diesel. Lost a boost pipe. I forgot to do something. Oh no. Oh, look what I did. I forgot to tighten that boost pipe. Good thing I caught that. No harm, no foul. That actually scared the crap out of me. Like pretty bad. Yeah, as soon as that thing came up into boost, that was all she wrote. I knew I could feel it. Woo, heart rate, calm down. All right, let's try that again. And you know what? I'm not even gonna cut that part out. Ignition voltage too low to continue. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we lost that one. Let's try it again. Yeah, we've been through this. Okay, so as I was saying, what this is gonna do is it's gonna run the engine RPMs up super high, 2,000 RPMs or so. It is then going to use its onboard hydrocarbon injector, which is just a fuel injector that is in the exhaust after the turbo. And that is going to superheat the exhaust, and it's going to superheat the diesel particulate filter. What that's going to do is it's going to burn off all of the soot that has collected in that filter, turn it into ash, and then blow it out of the tailpipe. And that will free up and clean the diesel particulate filter. So this is how it's going to roll. And here we go. It's running up RPMs now. It's going to do this for about 20 minutes. And once it has completed the cycle, we're going to go back into the scan tool, see what level of soot accumulation has been calculated in the filter, If it passes, then we're good to go, and if it doesn't, we may have to do something else. Let's go walk around and just listen to how much noise this system makes. Like I said, it really does sound like a turbine. Inside. Let's get these windows up. It's kind of warm in here. Or it's kind of loud in here. Let's take a look at what the diesel exhaust temperature sensors are telling us. Look at that. Exhaust gas temperatures. There's I think there are five sensors here. First one, 660 degrees. That's near the turbo. Number 2, 900. Number 3, 900. Number 4 and 5, they are in the thousands of degrees Fahrenheit. Incredibly hot. That's 10 times as hot as a hot tub. The reason that it's getting hotter in the rear of the exhaust rather than the front is that hydrocarbon injector is spraying more diesel into the exhaust system in front of the filter, and as that stuff burns, it's superheating the exhaust gases, and that's what's burning off all of the soot. We actually saw that on the thermal meter when we looked at the filter area versus the tailpipe after the filter. You notice that the tailpipe was much hotter than the filter. This should be nearly done. Let's see, it's got a calculated soot buildup of 30% now and falling, 29%. The way that it calculates the amount of soot in the diesel filter is it takes a pressure reading from the front of the filter and compares it with a pressure reading from behind the filter. If the pressure differential between the two is too great, for example, you've got, let's say, 30 pounds here and 40 pounds here, it knows that there's a restriction in that filter. Once we burn it all off, that differential of those two pressures is going to be reduced in how far apart they are, and it can then calculate that the filter is no longer accumulated with soot. And we see here the number is still falling, which means those pressures between the two sides are falling back into line. The other part of the diesel exhaust emission system is the exhaust fluid, that DEF blue stuff, which is basically uric acid. I think it's uric acid. It's synthetic urine. Basically what that does is that is also injected into the diesel exhaust stream. Not at this time, but during certain times of the drive cycle that's injected, and it's designed to act as a chemical catalyst in order to reduce the amount of nitrides of oxygen that are produced in the exhaust system. Consequently, it dumps a bunch of uric acid everywhere and kills all the plants on the side of the highway, so I don't think it's that effective. But EPA and regulations, what are you gonna do? Okay, we're down to 20%. We're looking good. Everything's working out. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this thing because I'm starting to roast myself alive in here. Windows up and the AC off. I'll check back in a moment once this thing is done jet engineing itself. Loud noises. Service is complete. Let's go take a look at the data real quick regarding soot accumulation and see what we got here. Let's see. The DPF sensor says we have 4% soot accumulation, and that's calculated. And soot accumulation calculated from other data, 0%. So this was a successful particulate filter regeneration. It is no longer required. We are good to go here. This thing is all set. Alrighty, everybody. Now that this thing has completed its regen cycle, everything is super duper hot and heat soaked. So what I'm gonna do is let this thing sit here and idle for about 20 minutes before I go ahead and park it and shut it down. That is going to conclude this video about the regen procedure on these DURAMAXes. I hope that you found this video interesting, entertaining, and perhaps even moderately educational. If you found it to be any one of those things, please feel free to communicate that to me effectively by tapping that like button down below. And that like button are what let YouTube and me know that I've done a good job here. And if YouTube thinks that I've done a good job, it is far more likely to recommend my content to other potential viewers. And that's good for me, and that's also good for the other viewers. So again, and as always, thank you guys for watching, and most importantly, do not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. End of transmission.